The second day of my small account challenge. Today, I did not trade anything. I did not trade anything for a couple reasons. Number one, I have been very sick these past few days. This morning, I was really sick. And number two, even when I did glance at my scanners over here, I didn't find anything promising. The only thing that was promising was the same stock that we traded yesterday. That was Avenger Inc., AVGR here. Yesterday, we traded it on this move up, which gave us a really good day. Today, however, it was the same stock that was causing movement pre-market, but a couple things that I did not like were, of course, how it had these repeated fake outs. As we see here, strong rejection there on the 5-minute, strong rejection. And again, here this rejection here, and we just had too much choppiness that I didn't trust. Look at this over here. So by the time I was up around this time, there was just too many signs that really didn't. Same thing as yesterday, right? Except yesterday I waited for a good opportunity, which is right here, when the flag was consolidating on a 5-minute chart pattern to then enter, scale in, and then exit upon the resumption. However, today we also had that bad thing of the choppiness, but we didn't have any sort of concise chart pattern. And since this was the only stock that was a solid gapper, gappers are the stocks that go up pre-market. This is the only one that actually had any solidness, I would say. It didn't really. If I traded this, I would have just lost money. So the good thing about my strategy now is that I'm a much more patient trader now. I'm gonna wait for my opportunities to come to me. I have a couple strategies that I wait, and if they don't show up, then I'm not gonna trade them. If I would have just gotten here, I would have ended up losing money or over trading or using up the precious funds that I can't afford to waste. Even if I do get stopped out because I'm on a cash account, and I have much more limitations. Every dollar that I use now, I can't use for 2 days. So I have to be some days I don't even want to trade, right? On a day like this, I don't really want to trade. This is the only stock that was really good, making any noise pre-market that the traders run, and it still just failed to really give us that solid movement. I think pre-market might have been a good move. We do see this. We had our pull here and then a flag. Basically, kind of like a flag of a country. You have a pole and then you have a flag, right? I have a pole right here, then you have a flag going sideways, then a flag again, then a pole, and then a flag. It just builds. Momentum builds. You see the highs of here tend to be a support of here, and the highs of here tend to be the supports of here. This doesn't really paint the best picture because, again, it's not the best chart. We also have this could also be translated to an ABCD pattern, A, B, C, D, especially here. I don't think, but either way, it's just you could try to make something out of this. But the reality is that it is just way too choppy, and there's just too many things going on that at this point, if you trade this stock, you're just gonna be gambling. So I woke up, I saw this, and I'm like, okay, well, if this is the best we're gonna do today, then I'm not gonna trade it because that's just a recipe for losing money, and we're here to make money at the end of the day. That's what it's all about, and that's what I have to focus on. I can't be trading these stocks that just look at this horrible move right here. Let's see how it looked on the 1-minute. Horrible. I mean, imagine you buy. Let's say you were trying to buy that. Let's say you were trying to buy the high of this breakout, right? First of all, you shouldn't even do. You should probably scale in at a lower point and adding in preparation for the break just in case you got a rejection. But let's say you're dumb enough to buy right at this point. We're about to break in a new high right here. I'm looking at the 1-minute chart right now. But you could also go 5-minute. Let's say you buy, I don't know, let's say 100 shares. You just put in $1,000 at 10.5. You just put in 1,000 and I believe $50, right? 1,000. You just bought in 100,000. Yeah. You just bought in. You have $1,050 in this position. Increases to 11. You're up $50. Crashes back down here, and now you're down $70. So number one, you see how it does not offer the good risk to reward ratio, right? we don't have a good risk reward because if our reward here was, let's say realistically, if I would be trading this breakout, which I never would be because of this horrible setup, if I were to trade it, I would have my profit targets at 50-cent intervals because those are my marks, because you never know how high something's going to go, but they tend to reverse at 50-cent intervals, sometimes 25, sometimes 10, but they mainly tend to be around 50-cent intervals, at least these types of stocks. So my profit target was 11.5, and the lowest point of this stock was around, so my profit target was at 11, right? Entry was at 10.5. Where would my stop be? So it's just, there's no, number one, there's no good spot to put a stop loss, right? A stop loss has to be a certain key indicator, something strong like this volume weighted average price, which indicator, maybe the 9 exponential moving average is another indicator, maybe another 50-cent mark, maybe a 25-cent mark, maybe, or maybe this right here, but it has to be something solid. Here, number one, there's no key place to put a stop loss at, or it just doesn't, it doesn't seem natural. It seems like if you try to trade this, there's too many things going on. It just feels like gambling. So if you were to enter, what would your risk reward be? Well, let's say risk is at maybe 10. I don't know. It just, you could win 50 cents and you could also lose, but you could also lose 60 cents. So it's a 50-50, 60-50 chance. 40, 45, 55. The math doesn't matter. The math does matter, but the point is, this is just a recipe for disaster, and this is the exact type of thing that I've spent many hours studying to understand. That, hey, just don't trade it. Wait for another day. Tomorrow, if tomorrow's not good, the next day's not good, but one day's going to be better. That one day you got to be ready to attack it. So if this is the best we could do, then we're not doing nothing at all. Not today. And that is basically just short little recap. Nothing was done today, as we see in my activity and position statements. We are empty, as we see. Nothing going on today. Then today is September 19th. It is currently it is currently 4:18 p.m. So the market just closed like what was it? 20 minutes ago maybe? Yeah, 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, that and well, that's enough of that. Thank you for tuning in my recap, and hopefully we get some better opportunities tomorrow that we capitalize on. See you guys tomorrow.